Okay, so I'm back, finally. I finally have a reason to do a video. I just got a package in the mail, and I'm very excited to open it because this is a very sought-after piece for horror fans and horror collectors, and Blu-ray freaks like me. Of course, you already know what it was because of the title, but I'm very glad that I got my hands on one of these finally, because these have been long out of print and are almost impossible to get a hold of unless you have $500 to $700 to throw away. Luckily, I didn't have to spend anywhere near that, because that is absolutely ridiculous. I don't care what it is; it's not worth that much money. A Blu-ray is not worth that much money. But I was able to find one for virtually brand new for about maybe a third of that $500. And so here it is. I finally get to use my box opening scalpel again. Oh, Jesus Christ. If there's one thing I hate more than packing peanuts, it's this. Thank you for packaging this. It looks packed in very well, but you could not have chosen a messier thing to pack this with. So this is gonna take a second. And here it is. It is the Friday the 13th Ultimate Complete Blu-ray Collection. Jason's Machete. The funny thing is that of all photos of Jason, they had to pick one from the absolute worst film in the fucking series. But anyway, let me turn the camera around and I'll give a little better detailed look of everything that's inside. So give me 1 second. Okay, so first off, as I've shown before, please excuse the glare. I have really crappy lights, but it is the embossed tin cover, 12 Films of Terror, Friday the 13th, the complete collection on Blu-ray. Nice embossed shell casing with the image of Jason from Jason Goes to Hell. On the back, you get a nice little shot of the dock at Crystal Lake. Very nice. Nothing on the sides. Well, on the bottom there is some film credits, or the copyrights, whatever the hell you want to call it. Let's look on the inside. Funny thing is, the image that they put on the inside is from the remake, which was okay, but wasn't really necessary. Although I will give credit where credit is due, and I will say Derek Mears is one creepy Jason. Very big, very agile guy. So I told the others, they didn't believe me. You're all doomed. I love Crazy Ralph. Who doesn't? So you take that off, and nice little book. Friday the 13th, the complete collection. Another image of what looks like the remake mask. Friday the 13th complete collection. The back looks like a negative image of blood splatter. You probably can't pick it up too well on the camera, but it's right here. And let's open the inside. You get the table of contents. Friday the 13th, Part 2, 3, Final Chapter, 5, New Beginning, Jason Lives, New Blood, Takes Manhattan, Final Friday, X, Freddy vs. Jason, Remake, and From Crystal Lake to Manhattan. Nice little 13 on the inside, done up in blood. And turn the page. First thing you get is Mrs. Voorhees from the original Friday the 13th. Nice little image. Again, why is the remake picture with the original? But it's, as you see, the Blu-ray is in its own little section. I like this design. The only complaint I have is I don't really like this kind of way of displaying Blu-rays because I like to keep mine very pristine. And this seems like it's going to be subject to scratching if I repeatedly watch these films, which I'm guilty of. But anyway, moving along. Friday the 13th Part 2, Mrs. Voorhees again, only as a corpse. Then we have Friday the 13th Part 3. Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. My absolute favorite in the entire series. And here's where things start to get a little interesting. We have Part 5 and 6, Jason Lives. And at this point, they are all on the same disc. You have both films on one single disc. Part 7 and Part 8, same exact deal. Both movies on one disc. Goes to Hell. This is where Paramount gave up the rights, from what I know, and New Line picked them up. So we have Go to Hell and X all in one film, or all in one disc. Freddy vs. Jason gets its own separate disc. I liked Freddy vs. Jason when it first came out when I was a little kid, but as I got older, I realized it's not that good of a film, and it has nothing to do with Freddy and Jason because they both bring their A game. The problem is the movie is called Freddy vs. Jason, but half of the movie is nothing but a bunch of kids, talking. You only get like a 5 to 10 minute long battle in the middle of the film, and then the last 20 minutes is actually Freddy vs. Jason. But the rest of the entire movie is just kids talking. But anyway, then we have the remake, all on its own disc. And then we get the killer bonus disc with this image. I don't really care for Jason X that much. It was an okay film, but I do love the look of Uber Jason. And Kane Hodder is one of the people on my bucket list that I want to meet. I just hope he doesn't try to kill me. And final page, that's it. So, nice little set. Now, for accessories, you also get a little book, a little abridged version of the gigantic opus, The Crystal Lake Memories. But, yeah, it's loaded with all kinds of details about the film and quotes from actors and stuff like that. You get a nice little Camp Crystal Lake Counselor iron-on patch, which I will not be using because I consider this a collectible. And because of the god-awful gimmick of 3D with Friday the 13th Part 3, you get the retro 3D glasses with Jason's hockey mask design on it. Everything is still brand new in packaging, and that is exactly how they will stay because, well, one, I'm never going to use these. I'm never going to use that. And two, these are kind of collectible, so don't waste them. Don't ruin them. So that is the Friday the 13th Ultimate Complete Blu-ray Collection. I'm Marty Mayhem, and I'm signing off.